What's up, Commander fans? We out here in Madrid, Spain. I'm out here having a great time, as you see, with the Miami Dolphins. We're going to get this W today, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out and showing Two of a Kind Sports. Come on through. Thank you. I got a wonderful producer in the background. Thank you so much.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Two of a Kind Sports, the show where passion meets the game. And what you just watched is a wonderful clip of our D Nice on his visit to Spain across the Atlantic Ocean to support our Commanders as they took on the Miami Dolphins in an NFL international game. How was it, D Nice?
Hey, Denise. Hey, Madrid, Spain was off the chain. You hear that? You hear those bars right there? Madrid, Spain was off the chain. But this could not be possible without my friends, Chuck Isom and his beautiful, lovely wife, Angela, from Friends United Travel. Check them out. If you want their number and you want to get more details with them, check them out in the description below. Friends United. I met some wonderful, wonderful people there, Denise. As I always say, you come in as strangers, but you leave out as friends. So Chuck, Angie, thank you so much. I want to say a quick shout out to a few people. Deborah, Kay, my guy Walt, and his lovely wife Leslie. These are all the phenomenal Charles, James. I met all these great people there. You know, I came in just as myself, but now I feel like I left with friends, for a long lifetime. So thank you to Friends United Travel. If you want to check out any NFL events, Chuck Isom is the guy. Check him out. He not only just does, NFL games, he does other venues. He's doing a Super Bowl cruise. Phenomenal guy. I've been using Chuck for years. Always down to earth, always put good venues together. A lot of times when you go out of town, you see the DC takeover. That's my guy, Chuck. So Chuck, thank you again, Chuck, for a great experience, an international experience. I wish everyone could have been there, but I'm going to say this, Denise. As always, Commanders fans, we showed up and we showed out. And that's why already the NFL has awarded the Washington Commanders with a home game. We don't know where yet, TBD, but we've already been awarded a game, international because of how we showed out.
That is true. I did hear that here stateside in the USA, yes, where I was during that time. But yes, the Commanders fans really supported the team in a substantial way. And Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner, was in attendance at the game. And they got to see how our Commanders fans definitely support this team. And because of the great support that they showing up and showing out in España, the Washington Commanders were named the designated home team for a 2026 international NFL game at a location, at a country, on a continent to be determined. So
that's right. That's right.
That is
and we're going to show up and show out there too. Absolutely. It ain't no different. And you know what, Denise? A lot of people, despite our record of being 3-8, we still showed out in droves. I mean,
yeah,
you wouldn't even know that we did not have a winning record. You know what I mean? We were out there. We had fun. We had history. We made history, we are history. Yeah. So, shout out to you, Commander fans. We went over 3,000 miles away, and I'm proud to say that I am a true Commander fan, and I'm proud to say that we always are going to show up big regardless where we go in this world. So thank you, Commander fans. I appreciate you.
That's true, and that's why I say week after week, I don't care how much the fans complain about the team and they say, yes, I'm not going to a game, I'm not going to watch, and We know that when it gets down to it, Commanders fans put their money where their fandom is. Okay, they pay.
They pay.
Okay, so
yes.
And they have every right to complain and say what they want to say and feel whichever way they want to feel. But when it comes to attending team events, They're heavily attended. People show up, people show out. When it comes to buying licensed merchandise, the Commanders, the burgundy and gold, whatever the name, it sells very well. The sales are very strong. And the team overall, in terms of sales, in terms of the team's overall valuation, always solidly in the top 10, always, regardless of the win-loss record. This team is a big money maker in the NFL, and I appreciate the league acknowledging the fans and their dedication and their devotion and their economic presence. And this is why it was announced that yes, the Commanders are going to have an international game in 2026. And yes, they're going to be the designated home team. And the NFL hadn't even chosen the country yet. We don't even know where it's going to be. There was some talk about Mexico City. There was some talk about maybe Spain, not Spain, Brazil, South America, maybe, or or Europe, because they really are spreading throughout Europe. So we will see. But wherever, what did Dan Quinn used to say last season? Whenever, wherever.
Yeah. Anytime, anywhere, any place. Right.
There you go. And that's where you will find Commanders fans supporting this team.
Right. Yep. And Denise, there is a rumor, not sure how true it is, but there is a possibility we could be in Dubai.
That would be cool.
Oh my goodness.
That would be cool.
Regardless where we go, I'm going to be there. Yeah. I hope you can be there. Or any of you Commander fans that's out there,
now, I'm a world traveler. I'm global. I'm international, and I expect to be delighted. But it depends, because wait.
Right.
Look, I choose my locations.
Absolutely. But regardless, to the kind, we're gonna represent well. Regardless where we at, one way, shape, or form, we're gonna be there some way. We're gonna have two of a kind. People gonna be saying our name just like they did out in Madrid, Spain, and in Barcelona. Everywhere I went, I talked about us to everyone. And guess what, Denise? I put a lot of people on notice. So in Madrid, Spain, we've gathered some good friends. So we actually have now new supporters. And thank you for hitting that like, share, and smashing that bell icon. And please do me a favor. Continue to share it so that it can spread the word. The algorithms can go out, and we're on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. So thank you for everyone that's supporting Two of a Kind Sports. We can't do it without you. And we're going to just continue to keep pumping out this great content.
Absolutely. So, Denise, do you have more to share with us from España?
I do, Denise. I have some photos. A couple of us ex-Redskins / Commanders. No, they were Redskins. But also here we were in Madrid at the Irish Rover. This is with the pep rally. You're going to see.
I saw that.
Yeah, where we have a ladder. So right here, this is one video with me and Toby Ahauser. That's usually on 106.7 The Fan. Great guy. Down to earth. Pretty much everyone that I encountered while I was out there in Madrid, Spain, everyone was pretty down to earth. You asked for, hey, do you mind taking a picture or just sharing some kind words? And Toby, man, thank you. He was very gracious, and this was early in the morning, so he was a good trooper. Here's the Irish Rover.
Oh yes,
this is where we were 2,000 strong, Denise. 2,000 strong Commanders. I feel like the movie 300 a little bit, but we were 2,000 strong in there. Oh, you can hear everybody from myself, London Fletcher, everybody saying, hell yeah, hell yeah. I mean, it was just so electric. It gave you goosebumps because you finally feel like you were in a house and everybody was saying and feeling the same anxiety and energy, Denise. So shout out to the Irish Rover in Madrid, Spain. Matter of fact, you wasn't ready for us because we sold out everything in there. So everything in there, we did it big. And, but shout out to Madrid, Spain, the Irish Rover. They also had some tailgate parties there, even the day of the game. So my next slide, this is myself and Tailgate Ted. Salute to you, Ted. I appreciate you also giving me some time. And, possibility one day you may be of significance here in DC. We shall see. But Ted, thank you. Thank you. You travel many miles, but thank you for your hospitality. Thank you just for your kind words and just, just reaching out to a good guy, D Nice. And I really appreciate you. And he knows about Two of a Kind Sports as well, Denise.
Nice.
All right, next one right here. This is my guy. This is Mr. Sean Springs. Sean Springs. Springbrook's finest, Oxon Hill's finest. Now, let me go back a little bit, tell a little history about myself and Sean. Sean and I played together, Boys and Girls Club. Him and I were both running backs for the Oxon Hill Boys and Girls Club, where we did share an exciting moment back in, I can't remember what year, but I know we went down to Florida, and we won the Super Bowl. Sean and I showed out. Sean actually was the running back that game because we went in double overtime. And that's crazy. I can remember this so many years ago, Denise. But Sean scored. And guess what we did after we scored, Denise?
What did you
do? When we won the game, we went to Disney World.
Oh, wow.
We went to Disney World. So it was a great experience. So shout out to my guy, Sean Springs. And, I told him about Two of a Kind Sports, him, Santana, B. Mitch. I got some things kind of working for us in the background. So stay tuned, people. You might see one of those good guys on Two of a Kind Sports. Next, here's the man.
8 to the 9.
8 to the 9. Cowboy Killer. Whatever you want to call him, Giant Slayer. Mr. Santana Moss. Great guy, humble guy. Every time I met Tanner and have a conversation with Tanner, always give me the same type of energy. He's never too high, never too low. He's a great person to talk to. And, of course, he knows about Two of a Kind Sports. So hopefully we can get him on here. But stay tuned for that. That's why it's important that you hit that like and hit that bell icon. So when we do have any of these guests on, you will not miss a beat. Next, we have here Mr. Road Warrior. For all you fans that know, he's at all the Commander games. You see him on a lot of places. Good guy, funny guy. You know what I mean? So had a chance to meet him and down to earth. And I just want to thank him. And another person that's a supporter of Two of a Kind Sports as well.
Thank you.
Here's a local. I was in my hotel at Rue. Okay. She was just so in awe of my chain and the Commanders. That's all she kept saying. Commanders. So she asked me, her and her husband, say, do I mind taking a picture with them? And of course, of Two of a Kind Sports, that's what we do. We show love to the public. We show love to new fans. So we do now, Denise, have a fan that's over in Madrid, Spain, that watches Two of a Kind Sports. I'm not sure. I can't pronounce her name, and no disrespect to her, but thank you. And gracias. Right here, we have Paul Tagliabue. As you know, before the game, they gave a tribute to Paul Tagliabue, who was very instrumental to what the NFL has become to this day. Roger Goodell has been in good hands because of what Paul Tagliabue has done for the NFL. Denise, would you like to say anything about Paul Tagliabue, or you're just pretty much?
Would, please. I would in memoriam.
Yes.
To say Paul Tagliabue did
salute
heavily shape the NFL and made it what it is today. He served as the NFL commissioner from October 1989 to September 2006. So we really mourn the loss of Paul Tagliabue, and we hope that his memory will be a blessing to his family and friends.
Yes. Salute. Thank you, Paul. Here we are, Mr. D Nice. And guess who I'm with?
Yeah.
I'm with the Miami Dolphins cheerleaders. They asked me to take a picture with them. Did you think I said no? Of course not. So, of course, you know me. talk my trash. But all in all, it was good fun. Met two nice young ladies. I even have a poster from the Commander cheerleaders and the Dolphin cheerleaders that I have some signatures on there that, I will always love to show. So
that's cool.
Thank you to the, the lovely ladies of the Dolphins for just taking a cool picture with a cool guy. You know what I mean? So thank you for that. We came up short, so I know right now you wish you probably could see me so you could rub it in my face because as much trash I was talking, but it's okay. But the Miami Dolphins, thank you so much. You guys were phenomenal. It was a home game for you guys, but we're glad we were a part of your event and we helped to make your event. So thank you to the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders. Here's a picture of the beautiful stadium here in Madrid. Now, let me tell you about this stadium, Denise. I don't know if you know about this, and I hope that Josh Harris and our phenomenal owners, Magic Johnson, Mitchell Rails, all of them. Now, what's so cool about this stadium, as you see how it's so green, so beautiful, they have a self-irrigation to the field, okay? So the stands come up, the field comes out, and then they able to do however they're going to do. But once they lower the field, when they lower down back in the ground, it self-waters itself, and it mows the lawn automatically. So you don't have any workers, and then you're going to always have your field looking like this. Now, mind you, Commander fans, this was not a really close. You can open and close the dome, but you kind of can still get the outside weather. So maybe Josh will take a little bit of this technology back to RFK 2.0. So I just wanted to show that, two of a kind. We definitely was in there. You see the seats. We had great view. So
yeah, that's very nice. And they also had to modify that field. They had to make it smaller to fit the NFL requirements because Real Madrid, the soccer team that plays there, plays on a larger field.
That is correct.
They made great modifications to that field to make it regulation NFL size. But it is a beautiful, beautiful
yes, it is.
Stadium. Beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yes. Once again, Commander fans, what we do, we showed up and we made them run out of everything, beer, food, all of that. So that's how you know, as Commander fans, man, wherever we go, we're going to show up. So shout out. It's another view that I had of just another picture, just giving you a far back, which is a beautiful
and we see view. The flag of Spain and the flag of the United States coming together. That was very nice.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Logan.
Yes, here we have a slide. Now, a lot of people don't know Logan Paulson, but I'm going to tell you, he's one of the coolest dudes. Logan is a content creator for the Commanders. And I've known him.
Player.
Yeah, and former player. He has evolved just like he did as a player. He has evolved as an analyst. But, man, Logan, I just want to tell you personally from D-Nice, man, it was an honor to meet you, man, because you and I sat out there and we talked ball outside from everyone for about 20 minutes. And it felt like I was talking to someone that I've been knowing for years. You know what I mean? He kept his honest opinion. Some things I'm not going to share, that I'll keep between Logan and myself. But, just the overall experience, he sees that I know ball. And then, I kind of just picked his brain about, the state of the team, where he would like to see the team go on. And, how hard is it as an analyst when things are not going well? It's easy to report when things are good, but when things are not going well, how is it that he's able to dig his heels down, watch all that film that he watches, doing those breakdowns? So Logan gave me insight on a lot of things, and I just want to say thank you. He's another stand-up guy, former Washington Commander, Redskin, and Washington team player, Logan Paulson. I'm sorry. So Logan, thank you. Here it is.
Joey T.
Hall of Famer. Shout out to
the Heisman.
Shout out to Joe Theismann. He stayed at the hotel we were at the Rue. He also had a engagement there as well. Another guy, early in the morning, as you can see, willing to just talk ball, willing just to talk about us. And he's very passionate, just like we are, Denise. So Joey T, thank you so much. And it was a pleasure meeting you. Every time that I've had encounters with you, it's always been pleasant. So thank you so much, Joe. Hey, here go my man Michael Jenks.
Yes.
Michael Jenkins, as we call him, Jenks. Him and
Jenks.
Fred Smoot are co-hosts of the Get Loud podcast. Jenks is a cool, down-to-earth Texas guy. He's from Texas, Denise. I don't know if you knew that. Very cool, down-to-earth, and he's very approachable as well. And I'm gonna talk to Jenks, and hopefully I can get him and my man Frederick on Two of a Kind Sports. So I'm kind of going to work on some things, and we'll see. But it's good to they do know about Two of a Kind Sports. Like I said, no matter where I went, I talked about us, Denise. So Jenks, Smoot, everybody, they know about us.
Cool. Oh, I love this.
Yes.
I love this. I love this.
Now,
they look great.
They are great.
Really
They're everywhere.
To play.
Yeah.
They look great.
They are everywhere. As when I was talking to them, I said, well, you guys all right, need some water? They were like, it's just hot in here, So just to give you an overview, Madrid, Spain, weather was kind of like here in the DMV area. It was kind of a little dreary, a little cool, but it did not stop us from doing the things that we, as fans, we flooded the streets. We patronized their places, you know what I mean? Nobody was acting a fool. Everybody was all in good spirits. Even after we lost the game, everybody was still in good spirits. I can just imagine that had we won, how we would have turned that place up even more, So, yeah, I met some good people, and these guys were already in Madrid. Ha-ha! Here you go. You have your boy D Nice. Here's a clipping of one of my friends, Mr. Mixtape, sent this to me. He was watching Fox 5 News here with Chad. This is Chad, who I'm with. I didn't realize that I was on the news, but I was on the news. So, of course, this is at the Commanders pep rally at the Irish Rover. This was before we all went in. So we all had a little hype session, and we all were just having a great time, Denise. I mean, it was so much love. Denise, that line was so long going into the Irish Rover. It was going all the way around the corner.
So you guys were outside. You guys were outside.
We were outside. So
wow.
Great people.
Outside.
Yeah, and then Chad brought a lot of spirit to us as well. You know what I mean? So thank you, Chad, Fox 5 News, for giving us Commanders fans an outlet to be able to show our gratitude to our team. So I want to thank you for allowing Chad to come, because from my understanding, at one point he was not going to come. A young lady wrote a nice email to his corporate, to his corporate people, and voila, there was Chad. And Chad, you did a phenomenal job, my guy. And I can say that's another friend that I've met. So salute to you, Chad. Thank you. My man, B. Mitch, Brian Mitchell, the number 30, future Hall of Famer that is. That man right now should be having a gold jacket, Denise. I know you agree with that. Before that man stepped away from the game, he was a leading all-purpose yardage, even over Jerry Rice when he left the game. So B. Mitch, thank you. Another guy that you can talk to, very approachable, very personal, and just like to have fun. You know what I mean? B. Mitch and we had a cocktail together. Was talking, talking a little trash. Him and his good buddy that I met of his best friend Mark. Hey, Mark, salute to you too, man. I feel like I've gained another friend as well. So B. Mitch, thank you for your time. Thank you for just an ear, and thank you for just making another Commanders fan dream come true, and just being real. That's the most that I can ask you.
Let me say this about B. Mitch.
Yes.
The one thing that fans of the Burgundy and Gold have always appreciated and valued about Brian Mitchell is that through the good, through the bad, he's always told us the truth.
Yep.
And how we digest it is our business and not his.
Yes.
But Brian Mitchell has always been candid. He's always been forthcoming. He's always told it like it was. Always. Yes. And we count on him for that, because he gives us the real news that we can actually use. So thank you, Brian Mitchell, for being a man of integrity and honesty.
Right. And if you don't want your feelings hurt, don't ask him. because he's gonna tell you the truth. He's gonna tell you the truth.
True.
And like I always say, facts over feelings. That man, Mr. Brian Mitchell, Mr. number 30, 3-0, gonna tell it like it is. He's gonna stand 10 toes down. And you know what? I respect people like that. So B Mitch, thank you. Two of a Kind Sports, we really appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Another picture of the, just
love them.
Yeah, I love them. I had to give another close up of them. They speak for themselves. You see, they represent us. I'm saying us as a Commanders fan, as a Commanders organization. So shout out to them again. I had to show them again in this slide. Here we were right here at the Commanders rally in Madrid, as I had to show that at the Irish Rover.
Right.
They had the locals, Denise. Now, this is a fun fact. They had the locals. Our pep rally was over at 4 p.m. and they let the locals come in at 6. Do you know? After we left, it was nobody in there.
You closed the place down.
They should have kept us in there because they closed the bar on us the last hour, and people were still, such as myself, trying to get drinks. You know what I mean? So, hey. It is what it is, but still shout out to the Irish Rover. Shout out to Madrid, the capital of Spain. Yeah. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. I love the experience. I got to learn a lot of history of your culture and just your iconic buildings and just understanding what Madrid, Spain is about. So salute to the people of Madrid. Thank you again. Hey.
Yay.
Who do you see? Hey, you got new pom-poms. D Nice was with the Commanders cheerleaders. Nice ladies. They was very receptive, very friendly. All of them, I have their autographs as well, but they were very, very friendly. Didn't talk about any ball or anything like that, but just far as the spirit. Now, you see the ladies right here, but also inside you have the men cheerleaders as well. So shout out to the men cheerleaders as well. They did a good job. They were all of them, the women and the men. They were very good as far as hyping it up inside the place, and you made the pep rally what it was. So thank you to the Washington Commanders, men and women cheerleaders. So I appreciate you for everything. Great experience.
Very nice. That's the cheer team.
Cheer team, yes. Had to show another picture of them. See their beautiful, their co-ed team.
Washington Commanders co-ed cheer team.
Yes. And you see their lovely faces.
Yes.
I had to show that. Oh, didn't know I had that many of them. Here's me and Chad again. This is Chad from Fox 5 News, y'all. You might see him on Fox 5, but if not, you know who he is now. He's burgundy and gold, like I am. Burgundy and gold till I fold. Chad, he showed up and he showed out, man, and he was very hype. Even his cameraman, and I just love the energy that he possessed. I love the energy, and for him to put us on discipline. Now, Denise, we took a couple of takes. Didn't know. One time it was shown on the 4 a.m. news, and then for some others, it showed in the evening part of the news. So Chad came many miles, put in that work, and sorry, buddy, we didn't come back home with a W, but hey, meeting you and meeting all the great people of Washington was a W within itself. So salute to Chad as well. My man.
Well, there we go.
I call him BC. If those that don't know him, that's Brian Coper Jr.
Yeah.
That is my guy. I Denise, I believe I got a new friend, man. Brian is a down-to-earth guy. It feel like he's on Two of a Kind Sports. You know what I mean? So I'm going to try to get him on as a guest as well. Great guy. Had a couple drinks with him, man. It's just one drink he bought me. BC, I'm sorry for messing it up, but you, Brian Weinstein, and B Mitch had this drink, man, and this drink was out of sight. You know what I mean? So thank you, BC. I appreciate the experience, and not only that, just to get to know another great guy. And keep doing your thing, man. You're doing very well with all the content you're putting out for the Commanders, and so are we over here at Two of a Kind Sports. So we would love to have you on, BC. Come on through, man. Let's be Mitch.
Again.
Here we are.
Look at the crowd.
Here's the crowd at the rally, Fox 5. You see your boy in the back again, hype. You know what I mean? Just having a good time. Matter of fact, I didn't have no voice, ladies and gentlemen. I was yelling so much, it's other videos in there. You can barely, just like you seen our intro, I barely had any voice going to the game. But, this is the type of people, a lot of these people I didn't even know. But like I said, we came as strangers, but left as friends. And man, I'm just so happy that, that we had a great time and we came out. We really came out. And regardless of the weather, regardless if our team didn't win, you couldn't tell. You would not have known. I mean, we still party afterward, and taking that 9-hour and 40-minute drive, plane ride. Yeah, it would have been a lot better, and it would felt a lot better had we came off with the W. So, Denise, that's D-Nice's experience in Madrid, Spain, 2025. My love, that was a phenomenal trip. I had a blast. It was a 6-hour time difference. So, like here, it's almost it's 1:40 a.m. So do the math. It's 7 a.m. over there in Madrid, Spain. So shout out to Madrid. Thank you for everything. And I will be back soon.
Well, I'm glad you had a lovely time.
Thank you. That's all I have.
And I'm glad you went, because going to Spain in and of itself is a wonderful adventure. The country is rich in history. It's rich in culture. It has so much to offer from an entertainment standpoint and from an educational standpoint. You can learn a lot of historical information from Spain. So I'm glad that you went, and going to Spain and having an NFL game to watch and enjoy was
2-1.
Exactly. It was the total package. It was the total package. So, for some of the people who felt like, the team isn't performing well enough to go over to Spain, let me tell you something. Spain in and of itself is a wonderful trip.
Yes,
so
it is.
From everything I saw, everybody enjoyed the trip to Spain. Yes. And the game was separate. It was part of the package, but it was a separate experience unto itself, because they got to go to the stadium where Real Madrid plays soccer, and they are a fabulous team of champions. They're winners. And you got a chance to soak up some of the culture there. Yes. So that was a great thing. And I'm happy for everyone who got a chance to go, but especially to you, D-Nice, I'm happy for you because you get a chance to come and share your experiences with us. So thank you so much for sharing the specifics of your journey with us. Thank you for that.
My pleasure. But always know, two of a kind, we everywhere. So it don't matter where in the world. Wherever you see Commanders fans, you're going to see two of a kind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you had your trip out to Spain.
Yes.
You came back safely. Thank you.
I did. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Yes.
Everybody came back safely and all in one piece. So now we are into the bye week, week 12 of the NFL 2025 season. This is week 12. We are now in the bye week for the Commanders, so they get a chance to rest and decompress from traveling, from playing, from everything.
Much needed for them.
Heal and recuperate, recover, relax, relate,
decompress, and all that good stuff. Yep.
So we hope that they will take advantage of that. However, when you came back, D-Nice, I had been calling.
I feel it.
Someone.
I know it's coming.
A pink slip.
A pink
slip.
Who got that pink slip this week, Denise?
That kicker, Mr. Matt Gay, with his bad back and faulty foot. Okay. So Matt Gay was released from being the kicker for the Washington Commanders. And that was a good move because, as I said to you last week, Matt Gay cost us that game against Miami in Spain.
Couple games he cost us.
And he's cost us multiple games.
Yes.
But the last game that he played as a Commander was in Spain.
Yeah.
And the score was Commanders 13, Miami 16. But Matt Gay missed a couple of field goals, which would have given us 6 extra points. So we would have won that game had Matt Gay not missed his field goals. So bye-bye. Adios. That's how they say it in Spain. Adios. Okay.
Adios, amigos. Yeah. Yes. He didn't stay unemployed too long though, Denise.
No, because the 49ers, the San Francisco 49ers picked him up, and what they do with him is their business. It's not burgundy, it's not gold. So it has nothing to do with us. And yes, he did kick a field goal, but it was within 50. It was under 50 yards. So
47 yards. Yep. He's good for that. But anything outside of 50, he can't kick with a wet paper bag. So, 47 yards.
Practice. He can do it at practice. Like Allen Iverson said, practice. We're talking about practice.
Practice.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. That's a problem for the people across the country on the West Coast.
Over in the Bay.
So now he can be the San Francisco treat. So we picked up Jake Moody, who was on the Chicago Bears practice squad. So we have a new kicker, and
is he better?
Slightly. I can't even ring a bell for that. Okay, he's slightly better, but he is better. Okay, so glass half empty versus glass half full. He is better than Matt Gay. He is more accurate than Matt Gay, but he's still mediocre when you look at him versus the top kickers in the league. But hopefully Jake Moody will do something good for us, because let me tell you what Jake Moody did to us.
Yeah.
When the Chicago Bears beat us 25-24.
Yep.
Jake Moody played a very instrumental part in that, because in the first quarter, Jake Moody scored all of the points. The Chicago Bears had 6 points, and those 6 points came off the foot of Jake Moody. And then in the third quarter, Jake Moody kicked yet another field goal to put the Chicago Bears ahead of our Washington Commanders. And at the end of the game, Jake Moody kicked a 38-yard game-winning field goal for the Chicago Bears. So, and that was yet another game that Matt Gay, our former kicker, who's no longer with our team, who no longer plays for us, who no longer wears burgundy and gold, who can no longer cost us any more games and put us in the L column. He lost that game for us. Matt Gay missed a field goal, which would have given us the win. It would have given us a lead, and we would have won that game. But, as it stands, Jake Moody, our new kicker, will be kicking for us instead of kicking against us, because when he kicked against us, we lost. So now that he's kicking for us, we should win. Well, look, hope springs eternal. Okay, so we are going to keep it going, and hey, we have to just make sure that we give our Jake Moody, since he's our guy now, we have to give him support. We have to welcome him to the team. We have to, give him the support and let him know that we appreciate him. Okay. And hopefully he will do some good things for our team. So I'm looking forward to see what Mr. Jake Moody can do. And I hope that he will elevate. I hope that he will elevate our team, because we're going from being Gay to being Moody. These names are, a little, suspect, but Gay is out, Moody's in. So we used to be Gay, now we're Moody. So, it is what it is. And I hope our team knows what they're doing. Now, I see your lips moving, baby, but I cannot hear you. So I'm going to keep talking. I'm not talking over you. I'm talking because I'm the only one that can be heard. And you know I like having a captive audience. So it is what it is, But yeah, so those were some roster moves that happened on our team immediately following the loss in Spain to the Miami Dolphins. And let's see. Let me also announce that Mr. Noah Brown, who we've been anxiously awaiting to see from his injury, we hope that he is fully recovered and recuperated from that. He's now in his 21-day practice window. Okay, his 21-day practice window opened, so he's now practicing with the team, which bodes well for us because that means he is on the road to recovery, and we want him back on the field. So hopefully we will get to see Mr. Noah Brown before too long, hopefully before the season's end. And you already talked about how our Commanders were chosen by the NFL to play in an international game in 2026 next year. Our Commanders fans showed up, showed out, and just flooded the place with burgundy and gold. It was a sea of burgundy and gold all across Spain. Madrid, all in Madrid, where the teams played, the Commanders and the Miami Dolphins played. And this time, coming up in 2026, our Commanders will be the designated home team. This time in Spain, we were the guest, and we were great guests because we came, we saw, we conquered, and we spent a lot of U.S. dollars, and they appreciated that. So, and euros. I read your lips, darling. And euros. So yes, all the good currency that has a lot of weight. So we did that. And D-Nice, I need to talk with you about the big debate. The big debate is, as Jalen, oh, thank you. I hear you, darling. I hear you.
Gotcha.
So as our quarterback extraordinaire,
yes,
Jaden Daniels recovers from his dislocated elbow, which was not on his throwing arm, by the way.
Right.
But
on his non-throwing arm, that is correct.
Yes, as he recuperates, we look forward to his return. We expect him to return before the season's end. Okay. So we have
as long as he's healthy enough to go out there.
Well, he has to be medically cleared because nobody's going to put him anywhere near a field. He's not going to put on any cleats until he's medically cleared.
Right.
But even though we do expect him to be medically cleared here in the near future, not for the Denver Broncos game. Okay, yeah. He will not be ready to play against the Denver Broncos.
And I'm glad.
Sunday.
I'm glad.
But when he does get his medical clearance to return to play, question is, should he? Should he play?
Yes.
Or should he sit out the rest of the season so he can continue to heal and recuperate?
We don't bubble wrap nobody, Denise. You know, I've had this conversation with many Commanders fans and non-Commanders fans. And some people say, well, you guys are waiting for a big injury. That can happen next year. But at the end of the day, my thing, what I would say, why I would want to see Jaden play only if you have a healthy offensive line that he's been having with your Lermy Tussles, your Sam Cosmes, your Connollys, and all them. If his offensive line is healthy, then yes, I will play Jaden. Not to mention, like you mentioned, Denise, Noah Brown is on a 21-day window. Whether he plays or not, that remains to be seen. But also, there's rumblings that Terry could come back. So you kind of want to get a look to what this team could have been. You know what I mean? So I think going into the 2026 season, yes, we're not making the playoffs this year. But I think if those guys, if Jaden will play and some of your other starters will come back, I think you will have fans a little optimistic besides some of the free agency and draft moves we need to make in the offseason. But you will have that with your core players that you're seeing something, because trust me, we haven't seen nothing good since what, week 2, week 3. You know what I mean? So I want to see Jaden play, but the most important, I want to see him protect himself when he does come back to play. And I don't want to see him play scared. But Cliff, you got to dial it up for him, and you got to protect the man. So Jaden, JD5, Jedi 5, come on back. But I want you to be healthy, and I want you to continue to evolve as a second-year quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I get both sides of the argument. You know, I can understand that, you know, if he's medically cleared, that means he's okay to play. And the best way for a player to be in football condition is to play football. So if you sit him on a velvet pillow saying we're not going to make the playoffs this year, we don't want him to get hurt, you know, as you said, he could get hurt at any time. It could be OTAs, it could be a preseason game, it could be the beginning of next season. So, you know, we have to make sure that he is durable. And sitting Jaden Daniels on a velvet pillow and not letting him play when he is determined to be able to play by medical professionals could be counterproductive. Okay, so there's that. But you know, in terms of not wanting to take unnecessary risks, I think to your point, that gets back to our O-line, because our O-line needs to protect him better. We know Jaden is very mobile. He's a mobile quarterback. He likes to run, and he does that instinctively. So when you have players who come at him, he's going to move. He's going to be on the move, and he's good at it. You know, he's good at ducking, dodging, bobbing, and weaving, and getting out of the hands of would-be tacklers who would sack him. So he knows how to avoid a lot of those sacks. He has that gift. But we don't want him running for his life in game. We want him to be a good, strong pocket passer. We want him to be able to have time to go through his progressions. We want him to be able to look down the field and give his receiving core time to run their routes and get in position, create separation, do whatever it is they need to do in order to give us good field position and hopefully to score.
Yes.
So there are a lot of moving parts, you know, there are a lot of moving parts. Now, in my personal opinion, I think once Jaden Daniels is cleared to play, he should play. And I think he would want to play.
Right. You know? He does want to play. He's already said it. You know, he's just waiting, like you said, to be medically cleared. But he's actually, DQ mentioned in the presser today that he will be practicing this week. So that's a good thing. And I don't think that we should rush him back. Let's let that arm make sure, you know, there was no ligament damage, no structural damage, but we want him to be as healthy as possible. Because like B. Mitch told me, once you play one down of NFL ball, you're never 100%. So he's not going to be 100%, but I just want to make sure that he's healthy enough that Jaden can go out there and hopefully have some weapons. You know what I mean? You know, no disrespect to the guys that we have brought in, but to have him play with his stars, you know, with Debo, to play with Terry McLaurin, and possibly Noah Brown, even though he doesn't exist to me. But anyway, you know, to have him have his weapons out there, you know, I would love to see what we can conjure up. You know what I mean? Give us something. So Jaden, get well soon, but get well at your time. Don't rush it. If you do only play the last, because next we got coming up is the Denver Broncos this Sunday night, which it's still a primetime flex game. And then the following week we have the Minnesota Vikings. So I think they're going to ramp him up then, but I really personally think his first game. Now, this is just the nice opinion. I think his first game may be against the Dallas Cowboys on Christmas Day here at Northwest Stadium. So if he doesn't come,
you see him missing. We know he's going to miss the Broncos, but you see him missing the Vikings, the Giants, and the Eagles.
No, I see him playing against Dallas, the Giants, and the Eagles.
Okay,
we still have that. I think against our defense, against our division teams, I think that's when we will have it, and that's where you want to really see for the measuring stick. You want to see him play against his divisional foes. You know what I mean? Because you have to beat your division to be able to, be outstanding outside your division. So I just think because one is too soon with Denver, and I think going up in Minnesota is still kind of cold, even though it's inside.
Oh, it's not going to be warm in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Right,
they're going to be.
No, it's not. But
no, we're going there. We're going there.
We're going there.
It's not going to be warm in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're going to the Giants Stadium.
Right. So. I just think he will have his legs up under him a little better if you just have him play those last 4. He had something to look forward to, and okay. I just want to see him healthy. Like we said, hindsight is 20/20, and I'm so sick and tired of this RG3 narrative. Ladies and gentlemen, he is not RG3.
There are parallels.
There are parallels. Okay, you can say that, but look at JJ McCarthy. That's with the Minnesota Vikings. He's more injured than Jaden Daniels. Okay, he's out again with another concussion. So look at Jackson Dart with the New York Giants. So we see this is going around. So it's not just Jaden. All of them need to protect themselves better. But I understand the narrative. Okay, now he hasn't had any major injury besides the cracked ribs and his non-throwing arm. But what he had prior was a soft tissue injury with his hamstring. So I want to see him over the summer during the off season, put a little bit more mass on because he's going to need it.
Well, but he's got the Campbell's chunky soup and Darcy.
Him and his mama need to eat a lot of chunky soup because Jaden, you got to put a little bit more mass on, man.
I want Jaden Daniels to be the professional man.
Yes,
he is.
Yes.
So.
Keep him being special. Don't take away Denise what he's good at. A lot of people say I want him to be a pocket passer. I get that. But you also want to keep him with what he does as being special. It's about him just being smarter. You understand? Like how Lamar had to evolve and learn as a runner passer. You know what I mean? Know when to run and know when to get the ball in your playmaker's hands or just, throw the ball away or take a sack. Don't always have to put your cape on. And also the Commanders, don't make him have to be Superman. Help him out. The coaching staff can help him out with some of the play calling and then also the players. So, all this can be a kind of a smooth transition if everybody just do their job.
Now, I know you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hear you. You've been heard.
Yes.
But there are parallels.
Okay.
Even though and I understand not wanting to focus on that because I don't want Jaden Daniels or anybody else to be under anybody else's shadow. Okay. Right. RG3 was his own entity and he had his own unique experience. Okay. But you do have 2 rookie quarterbacks who had 2 great rookie seasons who breathed a lot of new life into this Washington fan base. Okay. Where the fans invested heavily in the dynamic young new quarterback.
Yes.
And then in the sophomore year, we had injury, we had disappointment, we had losses. So there are parallels, but I'm going to give Jaden Daniels a wider berth and let him show us who he is. And I want to see him for the man that he is, not in RG3 shadow. And I don't want to involve his parents in anything either. I mean, I know a lot of his mom is, she's very
Regina. Hey, Regina. Yes, Regina. Regina Daniels, great mom, you know what I mean? But kind of I want you to decide, right. Let him be a man. Let him be a man and let us all
for that matter. Okay, you shouted out his mom. No, this is 2 of a kind. Sandra. I'm shouting out my mom. Okay, you shout out yours. Because I mean, look,
hey, Beverly. Shout out to my mom, Beverly. Phenomenal lady.
Beverly. Hell, there you go. So we can all shout out our moms. We all love our moms, but there comes a time you have to stand on your own as an adult because if you don't, people who want to appease you will say it's cute and they'll say it's wonderful and they'll all your family oriented. But people who critique you, like me, I'm looking for those apron strings to be cut.
Yes.
Because he's never going to be viewed as the man he could be unless and until that happens. Yes. No disrespect to his mom or anybody else's mom, but there comes a time when you have to let a man
be a man.
And in this league, it's inevitable NFL.
Not for long.
For long. If you are perceived as being anything less than that. So
Absolutely.
I just want to let you know, I want to see Jayden Daniels be the man that he is, and I want to see how he progresses. And I hope he's able to overcome this bad sophomore year, because that's what it is. And as it stands right now, and I'm going to give it to you straight, he doesn't look sturdy, doesn't look resilient. Within 9 games of this season, he's had 3 injuries. Okay. He's missed more games than he's played. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Marcus Mariota, because he has done a wonderful job being our second string quarterback. He's done a good job leading this team. He gave us some of the best football that we have seen in that first half against the Kansas City Chiefs. So I definitely want to extol the virtues of Mr. Marcus Mariota. And in Spain, our quarterback, our backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota, and Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua are both Hawaiians.
Yep.
Okay,
First Hawaiians.
That's right. They're both quarterbacks from our 50th state. So they represented Hawaii, our 50th state, very well. And that was, I think, the first game. It has to be the first game ever internationally where both quarterbacks were from the 50th state, Hawaii. So aloha. Hello and goodbye in Hawaii. So you know, we want to definitely show some support to our Marcus Mariota. He's been doing a great job in Jayden Daniels' stead. So I want to encourage him and let him know that we appreciate his efforts to lead this team, and we appreciate him coming in, because the backup comes in under adversity. You know, they come in when the starter is hurt, the team may not be performing very well. So Marcus Mariota has been valiant, and he has shown himself to be a man among men under pressure. So absolutely. I want to, just thank him for stepping up and filling that role.
Been a good solid backup. Yeah, I agree with you, Denise. Definitely. We have a solid backup. A lot of teams don't have it. So I'm glad he's on our side, just in case anytime he has to come in and, spare Jayden for a minute, thank you. And not only that, his leadership, his mentorship and his leadership to Jayden is helping him to evolve as a quarterback. And not only that, they both had something in common of being the number 2 picks in the NFL draft. So they have a lot of common. And, I just want to say, Marcus, thank you for teaching Jayden the ropes. Now, Jayden, you have to take these ropes and you have to do something with it. And let's go win us a Super Bowl. It may not happen this year, but let's hopefully next.
Well, we know it's not going to happen this year.
Right, exactly.
But we can see it happening in the future if the right moves are made. If this roster is handled responsibly, if our coaches up their game and step it up and get the most out of these men and put them in the best position to win by highlighting their attributes and playing to their strengths.
Gotcha.
And designing plays that let them showcase their strengths. We can do better. So we are currently at 3 wins. We're on a losing streak.
6 games.
So we have lots and lots of room for improvement. And the biggest competition coming forward, I think, will probably be from the NFC East in our own division. So we've got several games coming up. We've got 4 games straight where we will be playing our conference, our division rivals. Gotcha. So we have Sunday, Denver Broncos. After that, we have the Minnesota Vikings. And then we will be back in the NFC East.
That is correct.
Hail to the Commanders. I almost said
I understand.
Hail to the Commanders.
Yes.
And hail to our wonderful, supportive fans who come out of their pockets, out of their wallets, out of their bank accounts.
All that.
Support this team in very meaningful ways, but primarily economic. Okay. So thank you for that. And thank you all for joining us here at Two of a Kind Sports. We really appreciate your viewership. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you subscribing to this channel. We would like to hear your comments if you agree or if you disagree. Either way, put it down in the comments.
That's right.
And for more information about the group that D-Nice traveled to
Friends United Travel.
Yes,
down in the description.
Contact information. Please check down in the description and you can get more information on that, because there will be, according to the NFL, okay, they've already said it, next year, 2026, there will be another international game and our Commanders will be the designated home team. So we have to get these travel packages going right now. We need to start saving for these this next trip.
Yep.
Wherever it's going to be. And I'm looking forward to the NFL announcing which country the game will be in. So we have something to look forward to. So, D-Nice, in closing, what would you like to tell our viewers?
I would love to tell our viewers, great experience in Madrid, Spain. And as I was in Madrid, Spain, so was you, in spirit. Yeah. But as I always say, and I did it enough there, I love someone and I hug someone. Commander fans, I want everybody to have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. But I want everyone, just please remember, hug someone and love someone, because we all need a hug. Thank you for D-Nice, Two of a Kind Sports.
Thank you. And yes, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and be grateful for all things. And hail to our Commanders. Raise hail.
Raise hail.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.